to C. Williams ASMR. Today you will be hearing chewing gum mouth sounds, and I'm also going to be narrating a story. I hope you enjoy the sounds of chewing gum and this brief story. Please watch to the end and listen to the story. Let's begin. Chapter 11, Continuation. The growing distance between Clara and her children didn't go unnoticed. Lily, in particular, had begun to voice her concerns. She had always been the most supportive of her mother's career, but as Clara became more consumed with the business, Lily began to feel neglected. The long hours, the constant demands on Clara's time, it was beginning to take a toll on their relationship. Lily, who had always been close to her mother, found herself feeling resentful. She understood the sacrifices Clara had made, but she also wanted her mother to be present in her life. The tension between them came to a head one evening when Clara was late for dinner again. Lily, frustrated and hurt, confronted her mother, demanding that she make more time for her family. Clara, caught off guard by the sudden outburst, tried to explain that the diner was her way of providing for them, that it was her way of showing love. But Lily wasn't satisfied with that explanation. She wanted her mother back. Clara, feeling torn, promised to try harder, but deep down she knew that the damage had been done. Her relationship with Lily and with her other children was changing, and it wasn't clear how to fix it. That night, as Clara laid in the bed, she couldn't help but reflect on the events that had brought her to this point. She had spent so many years focused on building a better life for her children, but in doing so, she had lost sight of what was truly important, her relationship with them. Clara had always prided herself on being a strong, independent woman, someone who could handle anything life threw her way. But now she realized that strength didn't mean sacrificing everything else. She had neglected the very people who had worked so hard to provide for her. It was a painful realization, one that Clara wasn't sure how to fix. She had done her best she could, but now it felt like it wasn't enough. Clara had always been determined, but now she was starting to question if she could continue to balance everything: her family, her business, her personal happiness. The weight of the decision was overwhelming, but Clara knew she had to make a change. It was in the quiet of that night, as Clara wrestled with her thoughts, that she made a decision. She would take a step back from the business just for a while and focus on her family. The thought of letting go of control was terrifying, but Clara knew that if she didn't, she risked losing the very thing she had worked so hard to protect. Her children needed her, and she needed them. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was the right one. Clara has spent so many years trying to prove herself to the world, but now she realized that the people who mattered most were right in front of her. It was time to rebuild those relationships, to show her children that they were more important than any business venture. Clara knew that it wouldn't be easy and it wouldn't happen overnight, but she was ready to try. next chapter of her life was just beginning, and she was determined to face it head on. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of emotions for Clara. She made a conscious effort to spend more time with her children, focusing on the moment that mattered most. She attended family dinners, helped with homework, and took time to listen to their concerns. It wasn't easy, and there was times when Clara felt overwhelmed by the demands of both family and business. But the more time she spent with her children, the more she realized how much she had missed them. They were just the reason she worked so hard. They were her partners in this journey. Together, they had built something incredible, and it was time for Clara to remember what really mattered. Clara sat at the table, surrounded by her children. They were talking about the future, brainstorming ideas for the next phase of the diner's growth. This time, Clara was truly present. She wasn't thinking about the next big expansion or the next big decision. She was focused on her family, on the relationships that mattered most. The future was uncertain, but for the first time in a long time, Clara felt a sense of peace. The business was still a priority, but it was no longer her whole world. Clara had found a new balance, one that allowed her to nurture both her family and her dreams. As she looked around the table, she knew that no matter what came next, she would face it with the support of the people who mattered most. Click the next video to see how Clara continues her journey of balancing family and business, and how she learns to prioritize the ones she loves most. The video is not